You're supposed to make friends at school, not eat them.
Hello and welcome to The Final Podcast, the last podcast you will ever listen to. We are the creators of the Spooky Pit, the innovators of the Passion Bump, and we take you down the darkest rabbit holes of all things horror.
Welcome, spooky bitches. We review horror movies and fuck 'em with comedy. We are your final bros, Brian Hoppo the Grasta and Shane the Cumbender Smith, and we are joined by our Scream Queen, as always, Jen, the producer. Hey, folks.
Hello.
We're here.
We are here.
Reviewing a movie that I am super excited about.
Yes, it's a first watch for me.
First watch for me.
I am excited.
It's the third watch for me because I actually watched this at a young age. And I will say it hits the same comic-wise. There were a few things I noticed now that I didn't really think about during past watches because I would, watch it with friends and just riff around. So I didn't really notice certain context in the movie. But that being said, it still hit the same. I really enjoyed the watch.
Yeah, it was a pretty interesting movie. I mean, like, it was my first watch. I think it's foreign. Was it Irish?
It was definitely Irish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it was interesting. It's definitely a comedy horror. We've only done one other zombie movie, so this is definitely a zombie movie. This will be our second. I know we're missing some key ones, but we'll get there. We're making our way.
Yeah, no, we'll bring them up.
There's plenty of time. For some reason, I'm just thinking now that a lot of my favorite horror movies are mostly zombie movies because my actual favorite horror movie is Shaun of the Dead.
I realized, like, in terms of, like, fantasy horror, we really haven't done too much vampire stuff either.
No, we really haven't.
If we did one that I didn't
one?
like.
Oh,
that
don't
one.
you
A girl
fucking
walks
do
home
it.
alone at night.
Is that the only vampire movie we did?
That's the only one I remember doing.
I think so.
We're drinking. Obviously,
Yes.
you know us by now. We are drinking. Cheers, folks. This is not new. We've been
that
doing
was
this
a
for a
good
few
one.
weeks now. We're drinking, and we have Jen in studio today, which we don't have, so we're happy about that.
Definitely. I'm super stoked to be here. I have weekends off at jobs
Amen.
that none of us will mention. It's super great that I can actually come and be in studio now.
Yeah, it's cool to have us all together. The crew,
It is.
we're here.
I like this. It's a lot better than having Jen on the TV.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun because I can get you all very drunk.
That is very true.
Yep.
How many bottles of Prosecco? We're on our second?
This is 2. I only brought 2. I probably should have got a third, but wasn't expecting us to go through one an episode.
We have plenty in Trulies.
That's true, too.
We have plenty of Trulies.
We truly do.
We'll be fine. But I am super excited to get into this movie. I love comedy horror as a genre. I feel like is definitely growing and growing. But even though this movie came out like mid-2000s, I love to be humorous, but also have like these super over-the-top kills. I think that combination is always super cool.
It is perfect. So I guess you want to just jump right into the spooky pit?
Yeah, we have a pit. It's a little spooky, and I think we're going to jump into it. A high school boy is brought back from the dead after experiencing heartbreak and zombie-like cravings for human flesh. He kicks off a town-wide outbreak, all while trying to keep the suppression of his urges for his girl that he loves ever so much. I think her name is like Jessica or something?
I believe
That's
so.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot the names in this movie. Sorry.
We'll figure it out as we go along.
But what I can tell you that this movie definitely stars Samantha Mumba as Jessica, David Leon as Nathan. Can you say that name? Tad Murphy as Diggs, Lawrence Kinlan as Henry, Sarah James as Cheryl, and Mark Huberman as Samson. Yeah, the name I could not spell is spelled Tadhg, and I just got this guy's got to be Norwegian, right?
Probably.
I would assume so. It seems pretty Norwegian spelling.
I was looking up stuff about this movie, which is really funny because, I start on IMDb, and under trivia, there's literally only 2 things, and it's really great.
What's the trivia? Do you know?
No, the trivia is not really great. It's really great that they only put 2 things in there, and one of them is that the castmates are literally all friends after this movie.
Just that they're all good friends is the only trivia we're getting?
They're all good friends, and this is Domhnall Gleeson's film debut, and that's it.
Wait. Oh, obviously he's been in some TV shows, and he's obviously I know him as like a famous. I think is he British? I think he's British.
I think he's British.
We can assume so because I don't think he's from here.
Fair. All right. In any case, what is he in this movie? I don't even know what he is in this movie though. He's got a role somewhere. I don't even remember him. He's super funny though.
Look-see.
he's in a lot of stuff.
He's
right?
in a lot of stuff.
Is he really?
Yeah, and a lot of famous like British TV. I'll just take a quick peek at that old boy.
Domhnall Gleeson was the guy in Ex Machina.
Yes. Yeah, he's in a few things. So Domhnall Gleeson is also in.
What is he in this movie? Bernard.
He's in a TV.
Who's Bernard?
He's
I
General.
don't know.
He's also General Hux in Star Wars.
Yes, but Ex Machina is a better movie. He's also Bill Weasley in Harry Potter.
Yes, he is. He's also in The Revenant.
Bernard has to be a side character because I don't know who he is.
Yeah, he's a side character. He's also in an episode of Black Mirror. But I mean, if you're British,
Oh,
that
he's
show.
in the episode where his wife dies, and then he gets a robot wife.
Yeah, that's in the first season, right? Or
Second season.
Second season. Yeah.
Great episode. He was in Mother as the oldest son.
Interesting.
Mother, a movie I like that almost everyone hates.
So Mother is interesting. I like it, but like, there's something about like the messaging of that movie being just really, really strong.
Is it that it beats you over the head with it?
Yeah, so like I like movies that are like you have to like figure out what it means. Whereas like this movie's like, okay, this is what it means, and we're gonna kill you with it. But in any case, this is not a deep movie. This is a lighthearted movie. It's very funny, and obviously I don't know much about like I guess Irish cinema, but
I
like
know nothing of Irish cinema.
it kind of like fits my niche of comedy horror for sure. So I definitely want to just dive right in here and just start talking about it.
I do too. So let's go right into the beginning of this movie, which is a woman. We don't know who she is yet. And she is walking through a church, then goes into what I can only call a catacomb. And she finds a chest with a book in it.
Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, I don't know what drew her to this room, if she heard a noise, but she moves like a wardrobe or a dresser or some kind of a...
Something literally falls behind it, which made me think there was an opening back there, but then she moves it and there's a door.
Yeah, there's like a... And she walks right in.
Yeah. She just finds it.
It is, like you said, like it's kind of like a catacomb.
Yeah, it looked like a catacomb.
We're going to go catacomb here because we're always very specific on the language. We're going to go catacomb. And she sees some interesting things, you know, some skull shrines.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then she's in a church, so it's kind of odd to see a skull shrine there.
Yeah, and as she's like looking through all this, like he's a priest, right? Pastor, priest.
This is a pastor.
Pastor, he kind of like creeps up behind her and he gives her a stern warning that she should not be in here.
You shouldn't be in here, which means like this guy is clearly protecting something that is not for the average person to be. I mean, obviously, because it's already like shielded by that. Like it's a secret passageway, essentially.
Yeah.
No one's supposed to be back there.
He's essentially the crazy Ralph, or like he's the what was it in Cabin in the Woods? The
Harbinger.
The Harbinger. He's the Harbinger of like stay away from
the guy
this.
at the gas station.
Exactly what he is. From this, we cut to three boys, and they are dropping off a girl at her home, and the girl is named Jessica. The three guys discuss that the one guy, the main character of the movie, his name is
Nathan, like Nathan's hot dogs.
Yes, he should be asking her out, and they don't understand why he hasn't done that yet.
They've been friends for a long time, Shane. It's very tough. Is Nathan cute, Jen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was definitely like watching this back because I don't remember how young I was when I first saw this. I watched it with one of my childhood friends. That was definitely one of the templates for guys I was attracted to later in life.
That's fair.
He's very attractive.
He's a good looking dude.
Honestly,
he is a good looking dude.
Most of the guys in this movie are good looking in general, but I think that's just because it's like a foreign area. And I'm like, why do people look different?
I can actually say this, having been to different countries. I always remember me and Ryan are like, you go to these different countries and there's like beautiful people everywhere. And then when you come back home to like fucking Port Authority and you just see the riffraffs everywhere, you're like, oh God, bring me back to France.
Nah.
Literally.
It's
But
a cultural thing, I think.
Yeah, but this movie, just in general, the beginning of it, made me want to visit Ireland more than I already did.
Ireland is fucking awesome. I've been there.
It
Can
looked
confirm.
gorgeous.
It is.
I feel like
It
my dream girl would be like an Irish girl because I love redheads.
Yes,
same. Are there redheads abound in Ireland or no? Is that just like a thing I have in my head?
It's more of a stereotype, but there are redheads, but it's not like
probably a lot of brunettes.
Yeah,
I would assume. Right?
I think
it's not like blondes are running around. It's just more darker.
You could probably find a redhead where you currently are if you tried hard enough.
Yeah, they're just not, they don't hit like the Irish accent though. It's just like oh my God.
You know
a redhead with a nice accent.
Yeah.
I actually forgot immediately because I didn't catch like the priest and the mother's like accent immediately for whatever reason. I feel like they have the least thick accents out of everyone in this movie. And when it immediately showed, I didn't cue in that it was Ireland. I actually thought it was Maine because Ireland looks very similar to Maine. Or just like the port, like how they showed the port immediately, and
Yeah.
like Maine has like that
Yep.
whole type of area.
Lot of
I was
ports.
gonna say, I wonder if Stephen King agrees with that.
Oh, maybe
He's a big Maine guy.
dude. Maine, like, there's so many ports in Maine, and every town is like a town, and then there's a port to that town. Mm-hmm. it's Kennebunk Port. Like,
Hey,
every
you've
town
been
is a
there.
port. Yeah.
I want to go. You guys have been to Maine and I haven't, and I'm jealous.
No, it's nice if you like seafood. I mean, like, if that's your.
I've only been to Maine once, and it was the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, well, that was not. We didn't go to a port. We went deep. That was like.
Yeah, we were deep Maine.
Yeah.
But there's also like areas of Maine where they just have really good seafood, but
Yeah.
also there's a lot of breweries in Maine. Like Maine breweries, when I worked at a brewery, they specifically said Maine breweries are the shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never been to a Maine brewery.
A lot of good beer comes out of Maine breweries.
Been to Maine 3 times. I've never been to a brewery there. I gotta go. I also hear like
You guys don't drink a lot of beer, do you?
No.
I don't drink beer at all. Not
I
at all.
would.
Okay.
I would. I just.
Because I have a couple beers from some friends that I still have in breweries that like I could bring, but I was like, I don't know if you guys will like it.
I would have it. I would try. I don't.
Okay.
I would try it.
I mean, I'll try anything once, but
Oh, we know that.
I'll bring like a bottle, like one of the bottles, and then we can all like pour some, and then there will be like some left.
I'm in for that.
Because I have a lot of, I weirdly have since college have a lot of friends that still give me beer, and my fridge is just full of craft beers. Like I don't drink. I sound like such a fucking beer snob, but I don't drink like Bud Light or any of that ever. I haven't drank like a basic beer in years.
Well, fuck those beers, to be honest, right?
So
All right.
we're reviewing this Irish movie.
Yes.
A couple of mix, a couple of mates. Is mix a racist term?
I'm actually
If
not
you're-
100% sure.
I don't know, and I'm sorry.
Wait, so I'm just gonna say right off the bat, if you are not sure if it's a racist term or if it's like gonna be offensive, I would just assume it's offensive.
You old man. Oh my god. You know what's weird though? I feel like Irish people are okay calling other Irish. I just heard it in so many movies.
Oh yeah, because they always like if you're watching like fucking like Snatch or something.
I love Snatch. Who's it, Guy Ritchie? He's amazing.
Yeah, he's great. He is great. Jessica has been dropped off. The boys are like, yeah, ask her out, blah blah blah. Then the dad comes out, and the dad's like, "You guys
Okay.
are losers. Like, leave."
Okay, so
Very
I'm
much.
just gonna say it now. I don't know how you guys feel about the dad.
I fucking hate the dad.
Okay.
The dad's irritating, and I
Interesting.
didn't think about it later when the scene he comes up later where he hits on what were the girls' names?
Oh, Cheryl and
Cheryl-
I think Glenda.
Cheryl and Glenda. So when I think the first time when I was real young viewing this movie, I thought when he comes across those girls at whatever bar they're at, he was gonna give them a lecture because I saw him as a dad figure, but I was also really young. And I didn't really think about it. Like, I guess I didn't look at that scene the second time I watched it. And the third time I watched it, I was like, this dad is hitting on his daughter's classmates.
Whoa.
Naturally, I'm like, wow, that even though like you seem like a protective father, you're also kind of a predator.
Yeah. No,
Oh, he was definitely
100%. I'm gonna be honest with you, and
And protective father was in quotes.
Shane, you know what I'm gonna say.
Say it.
He's my favorite character in the movie.
Of course, he
Fucking
is.
knew you were gonna say that.
He's such a creep. And
He
he's,
is.
He's an unrealistic dad. Like I always say, like if you're gonna be like unrealistic, I'm gonna like you. Like this guy's insane. He's out of his
He
fucking
really
mind.
is. He really is. In a movie where like there's zombies and girls driving like giant machinery they shouldn't know how to operate, he's the most unrealistic part of the movie.
Yeah, seriously.
The forklift scene is fantastic.
I love that scene,
Yeah,
by
it's
the
a
way.
good scene.
So I'm just going to say it. I'm not going to give my rating, but I really enjoyed this movie.
Oh yeah.
Did you enjoy it enough to jerk me off?
No.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to come back.
Did we climax before or after this one?
We climaxed before this one.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
We climaxed, then we got called by a stranger, and then we ate girls.
That's great, Shane.
Okay.
Shane, you're gifted.
Just wait until next week when we visit a house
Oh my god.
filled with corpses.
Nice. 1,000 of them?
Maybe.
Shit, dude. That's big. That's big.
Wow, you can tell how much I wasn't paying attention when I was
Yeah.
reading our roster.
In all fairness, I know a lot of people have been like trying to like get like when you're doing a Rob Zombie, when you're doing a Rob Zombie. Well, next
That's
week,
true.
you fucker. Next week. Hold your fucking horses.
Okay. All right.
true, we
Let's focus. Let's actually focus on this movie. Let's not make this signs.
We've barely done any zombie movies, but also we've done no Rob Zombie movies.
I actually promise you, Jen, that next year in 2022, when our schedule isn't actually filled already, we will do Shaun of the Dead because
Okay.
I also personally love that movie, and I really want to do the. I want to do the Descent. because that's one of my favorite movies.
We have a movie coming up that you guys are forgetting about that I will not mention what it is until after recording because I want it to kind of be a secret.
Sure.
Okay.
Not secret. I'm sure if you watch Randa's Rebellion, I may have given it away. But it's a movie that you guys have that I've instructed you both to prepare your jokes for, and you get a minimum of 2 jokes a person. Because I don't want it to just be filled with jokes about this. And I think I know you know what I'm talking about.
I have an idea. So that is fair. So let's get back to the movie real quick. So now we're going to cut to school. We see Jessica. I think she's like punching a punching bag. So, you know, that's the thing you do.
Is Jessica hot?
Yeah.
Yes, actually.
Yeah. She's
What did you think?
Not your taste?
No, she's definitely attractive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she's attractive.
What was that one girl that you just fucking... Oh, the friend from Freaky. That's your girl.
Fawned over that girl. I don't know what
She's
her name
great.
is. I've already
She's
forgot
fucking
it.
great.
I thought she was so attractive.
This girl takes no shit. She's tough.
She is.
We just reviewed When a Stranger Calls, and Tessa Thompson's in that, like early on in her career. I love Tessa Thompson too.
Oh my
Of
God,
course. Who doesn't love Tessa
so
Thompson?
Great.
Yeah.
Too bad she was in that movie for like 3 seconds.
But that every character that was in that movie for 3 seconds has a better career than the main girl.
100%.
Kate Cassidy's kind of hot too.
Kate Cassidy's definitely hot.
Yes.
Are you grabbing my dick right now? Oh my God.
I didn't. I hovered for the record. I know it's not on video, so no one knows, but I just did a hover. Okay.
Don't make me expose you.
Oh my God. Speaking of exposing, we're in school where everyone gets exposed, and we're in a classroom and a teacher's asking some questions. We learn everyone in Ireland wants to commit suicide.
No, literally they do. That's like almost the theme of the movie in a way.
What are we in Japan?
Ouch.
Jesus, Logan Paul.
Okay, fair enough. All right, I know we're gonna get to the point, but like I just don't understand how this guy went from like he doesn't know their coincidence, but like my life sucked to like okay now I need to commit.
I don't think he was actually trying to commit. I think that
Fucking around.
I think he, because you know, like for whatever fucking reason, every fucking kid in that class was thinking about it. So I think he got drunk and was just like thinking about it. Like he wasn't actually gonna do it. And honestly, the only reason he died was because his mom opened the door.
That's true. And also, I think like you said, was it Samson that mentioned suicide? Like everyone was mentioning fucking suicide.
Specifically two people definitely mentioned suicide in this classroom, without a doubt.
Yeah, I thoroughly think that if his mom didn't open the door when she did, he wouldn't have been dead.
I completely agree.
Because he was trying to take it off.
Yeah, that was a freak accident, which we will get to.
This whole movie, by the way, is his mom's fault.
Actually, yes.
All of it.
Every single thing.
Every single bit.
Literally all of it.
She could be dead by the end of the movie, but we actually have no idea.
Yeah.
Great question. I'm assuming she's dead, but we can debate that later.
We'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Okay, so after a suicide class, we cut to Cheryl, who we meet, and she's like this bully's girlfriend.
Is Cheryl hot?
Yes.
Okay, continue.
You know what she is? She's
like slutty hot.
She's 90s hot when they had like short jean skirts, like the Girl Next Door type vibe.
Yeah.
She was very Girls Next Door type vibe.
Well, she's not as hot as Elisha Cuthbert, but because Elisha Cuthbert's on a whole nother level.
Dude,
but
Which one's Elijah Cuthbert?
the main girl in the Girl Next Door.
Yeah, he just actually going to the movie A Girl Next Door.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was talking about like the TV show. Remember?
I was completely thinking of the movie.
Yeah,
That's around the time that the TV show was out, wasn't it?
Yeah. Cheryl's hot. Elisha Cuthbert, like
2005. Yeah.
I feel like if you were like a teenage boy and you watched that movie, you were just like infatuated with
100%. She, like, I watched movies
I don't
because she was
remember
in
that
it.
movie.
I watched House of Wax because she was in it.
It's pretty simple. It's basically it's a comedy of like I forgot the main character, the actor's name, but he
I know.
Porn star moves next door to him.
Porn star moves in and she's fucking beautiful and she wants to change her life around and he tries to make her like, oh, because you're a porn star, that doesn't mean like you can't like start over and like do this. Not to say porn's bad. I actually have a really high view. I think porn stars are great businesswomen.
100%.
But
super smart, making your money.
But like
This movie came out the same year
As the show?
As the show, yeah.
Interesting.
but
That's crazy.
The thing is like she's trying to get away from the porn industry and reinvent herself.
Is it Timmy O who's trying to? Yeah.
He is incredible.
He's so good in that
How
movie.
fucking good is he in that movie?
He's so good. Timmy O is such a good villain in that movie.
Paul Dano's in that fucking movie too.
He's the friend, right, of the guy next door?
With a ginormous cock.
Wait, who is the guy next door? It's the guy from Into the Wild, right?
Yeah, Emil Hirsch.
Yes, Emil Hirsch.
He's in that movie.
Interesting.
Whatever the horror movie he's in. What is that? The Darkness movie.
The picture of Emile Hirsch they have for Girl Next Door movie kind of looks like a different version of Jack Black.
Much better looking than Jack Black.
Yeah.
The picture they have of him is like full beard, full mustache, and everything, and he looks very similar to Jack Black.
He's a great actor, Emile Hirsch.
Great actor, good looking guy, but in that movie, I forgot the name of it, something Darkness or whatever. It's like really horrible.
Yeah, it's not a good movie.
Yeah. Sorry to sidetrack you, but this is my job. My job is to sidetrack Shane, and Shane gets us. Glenda's fucking hot, dude.
Which one's Glenda?
Glenda's the friend that always hangs out with Cheryl.
Cheryl? I like Cheryl more.
Really?
I think they're all pretty hot. That was their job in this movie, be hot.
I guess everybody has like a type, right?
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, the same people aren't always going to find the same people hot.
When they're all talking, like the scene after this about like we're still at school, we're still meeting everyone, when they're talking about the dance and everything, and Glenda is the one with the really light blonde hair, right?
Yeah.
And she's in the car with the dude, like after she's sucking his dick. And
No, that's a different girl.
That's a different girl?
I forgot her name.
I have it written down. I'll say it when we get to it. That's a completely different girl. That's
I don't know any of their names.
Yeah, Glenda's just always like the girl that hangs out.
She's the background girl.
But this
for Cheryl.
Oh, she's the girl that was wheezing in the cemetery.
Yes.
Yes.
I would say she would die in a horror movie, but she died in a horror movie.
Sure. Speaking of wheezing in the cemetery, so after school, Cheryl is hitting on Nathan. We see a man named Kenneth who is getting a blowjob in a car
From that girl.
From that girl that you were talking about.
And what's her name?
I actually
what's her name?
I actually did write it down, so I lied to you.
The IMDb credit has her listed as blowjob girl.
Does it really?
I hope not. That'd be fucked up.
I don't know her name. She's a popular girl at school, but she's not like, because Kenneth's always like, oh, I'm going to be going out with Laura.
Charlotte?
I think it's Charlotte.
Yeah, so that scene was so funny because she was like, so about the dance, like she assumed they were going because I'm guessing they've been hooking up for a while. And he's like, oh no, I'm actually taking like Lori or whoever the fuck. Laura. And then he's blowing his nose and she's like, is those my sister's panties? And he was like, what? No, she's like 14. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, that was sick that they're low key or like, yeah, this is a guy's a pedophile.
All right, dude. So like,
yeah, he's hooking up with anything and everything that walks by.
I've said some sick shit on this podcast, but like this dude is literally huffing like there's glue in his panties. He's huffing the smell of these panties, dude.
Which is so it's even worse that it seems like the only panties that he currently has that he has kept that we so far know is a 14-year-old's panties.
It's pretty fucking sick. Oh my God.
It is nuts. So we cut now to Nathan, and Nathan is being harassed by Cheryl's boyfriend now in the locker room after a rugby game. So we see them play rugby first. He gets tackled in the mud. And then in the locker room, his name's Samson, you said?
Samson.
Yeah.
He pins Nathan up against a locker.
Okay, question. Love expert. I've been calling you out a lot.
Yeah, no. That's why I'm here, to
love
answer
expert.
love questions.
So, Samson and Cheryl, do they last?
God, no. God, no. Cheryl is with Samson because Samson, even though he acts tough, won't do anything as Cheryl sleeps around probably the rest of the school.
He has status. She's just like a high school girl that's just looking for status.
100%.
Which I thought was so funny because Jessica approaches her about it at some point. She's like, I thought you were dating Samson. She was like, Samson doesn't own me. I do what I want. And I was like, all right, here for that.
Oh, I'm here for it.
But at the same time, please break up with your boyfriend.
Yeah. I never will understand that concept of just dating someone while sleeping around with every single other person. Makes no sense,
me neither. I'm also kind of like a fan of her like just testing waters.
Oh, of course.
Oh, of course. But then why date the guy? Just test your waters and who gives a shit?
Yeah, literally. But also I love the teacher who before
Craig.
Cheryl
Incredible.
Before Cheryl goes to talk to what's his name, Nathan, then the teacher's like, who are you prowling this time? And she's like, it's none of your fucking business. And I totally see the setup of all the adults of who they were in high school. Like, that teacher was definitely Cheryl in high school and is just interested in knowing.
Dude, that teacher is so funny throughout this movie. He's got so many good lines.
He is incredible.
That's the woman. That's the old lady.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
No, okay, I'm talking about the wrong teacher. You're talking about the old
You were
woman.
thinking the guy, right?
Yeah.
Because that's who I was thinking of.
Cheryl basically just calls her like a fucking old bag.
Yeah, she says,
There's
you
a
remind
lady-
me of my grandma. I fucking hate her.
Yeah.
So
I'm talking about Craig, the fucking funny teacher. Yeah.
So one thing this movie does very well that When a Stranger Calls didn't do well is that they mention things and actually bring them back for a joke at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And
That's great.
deliver it very well.
They don't forget plot points. They bring things back and they connect it to something that has to happen at the end, which is what every good movie should do.
Exactly, which is why this is actually a good movie.
That teacher was definitely a Cheryl in like her younger days, which I love.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. She dies, but it's a funny death.
It is
for sure.
It's amazing.
So Samson steals Nathan's trousers, and he has to walk home in his underwear now.
With a pizza, he's walking back with a fucking pizza box. Oh, you must have went to a fucking store to get a pizza in his underwear.
I'm here for it.
I love it.
Me too.
Well, but this is
Was
because
he in his underwear or just his gym clothes?
It might have been gym shorts, but they were really
like high up. So I'm gonna call them his trousers.
I think that's the time period because remember back in the day they were really really short.
That is true.
Like when our parents were in high school.
Yeah, we should probably bring those back. What do you think, Brian? I'll take that as a no. All right.
I took it as a hard yes.
Really? Oh, true. Brian's into screaming girls.
Shane, honestly, you know the answer to this question. What are we talking about?
You're right.
I literally own a pair of shortcut jean shorts.
It's true. Well, it's because you have so much more room for mobility with those on.
That's the thing. Like, if anything, Dennis Reynolds, it's always something telling me, so you get mobility with those jean shorts.
Okay. So
I'm here for it.
Nathan is now walking to this hut, we'll call it, like a little hut.
It's a fucking shack. I don't know what this is.
I was calling it a hut because Pizza Hut.
This reminded me of like the the murderer's shack of Vince Vaughn and Freaky.
Love it. Freaky's such a good movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's in here. He's lighting some candles, and then we cut to Jessica. Jessica is trying to leave, but her father is like, I will not allow you to ever see Nathan.
Yeah. So they're texting back and forth. They're going to meet up. He wants to tell her something super special this night. And the father is just like, you are going right upstairs, Missy. You are not meeting with this boy.
Yeah,
This guy
he's
is
not
insane.
allowing it.
Yeah, so she actually does go back upstairs. Yeah, for sure, Shane. Definitely pour me more wine. Thank you.
No problem at all.
Let me just finish
That's the
this.
bottle, by the way.
Wow, we're out.
Yeah.
Really?
I should have went 3 bottles.
Yeah, you should
I have red. I don't know if you guys like red.
It's a good thing I brought another margarita.
Yeah, no, I think next time we record, I will bring 4 bottles so the 3 of us can all share. I have learned that 2 bottles is not enough for 2 people, so we need to keep going.
So the father is very strict, but like he's comically strict. He's like overly strict.
Yes, no. See, I will always give this movie that because like when you actually saying you are a comedy movie, I accept your comedy characters. It's not like a horror movie where it's supposed to be serious and you get this overly comical character.
He's like sick strict. That's
I know that, and it works.
Essentially, he tells her, you're not going out with his boy. So she goes back upstairs to pine and cry, and she's upset, and it's fair. Because you know that he loves her, at least, or likes her deeply, but you get the sense that she feels the same way. And now he's in this, like Shane said, cabin, shack with candles. It literally looks like the fucking murderer's shack that Vince Vaughn had in Freaky. He's waiting there. He's thinking that she's not going to show up, but like after time goes on, she does eventually leave her room, Clarissa Explains All style, to try to get over to that shack. And he leaves. He's pissed. He crumbles up he's like writing her like love letters, and he crumples them up and leaves them on the floor, which I would never do.
Well, that also he leaves and he calls Jessica's house, and the dad answers, and the dad's like, yeah, she left in a really fancy car with a really good-looking guy, which is the opposite of what anything you are.
Yeah, that hurts. And he gets so much satisfaction after delivering this because he thinks, I guess, I don't know why. Nathan seems like such like an upbeat guy. Like, why does he think this kid is a piece of shit?
This is the parent that is going to choose who his daughter marries.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're right. Like, this is the guy that's like, okay, you're going to marry a guy that's at least going to be making like $250,000 a year.
Yeah. And how does he know Nathan won't do that? If there's anything I learned from going through school, it doesn't matter what you do through school, you can still end up with a really good paying job.
My thing is he's hanging out with those fucking deadbeats, Diggs and
I fucking love those 2 guys.
I know, but
They're
I
the best.
fucking love those 2 guys.
They're funny.
They're
funny.
literally the best.
Yeah.
So Jessica shows up at Nathan's shanty, and he's not there anymore because Brian got rid of them in Tropico 5. And so Jessica then, she starts walking, and she gets picked up by Kenneth.
Kenneth is this guy. I've never seen someone who likes getting blowjobs more than Kenneth.
No, Kenneth is a walking, give me a blowjob.
Yeah, true. He's taking Lord of the Dance, but he definitely wants a blowjob. So this is like the part of the movie where you're like, this is the most unlikely circumstances that just like keep coming on, compiling together, and that happens. So like at this point, Nathan's walking home after getting a nice Nathan's hot dog, and he's like, oh, wow, my life sucks. Rainey at this point, she's getting a ride home from Kenneth.
Yep.
And they stop, and he's trying to flirt with her, but she's not having it. But she drops something in the car. Do you remember what she dropped?
I think she drops like lip gloss or something.
Her flashlight.
Or that
so
works too.
She drops something. It looks like she's giving him a blowjob. So that's what he thinks when he sees it, because of course he has to be there to see it. So he's like, oh, my girl is hanging out with Kenneth. She's giving him a blowjob. I am now upset. I'm going to go home and pine and be sad.
He gets a little too sad, though.
He gets insanely sad, but he's probably drunk, too, a little bit.
Yeah, well, because he goes home and he starts drinking, I think it's the whiskey they say he's drinking.
Drinks a lot of whiskey.
Yeah, so in his room, let's paint a picture, he has a bear that is hanging from a noose, and he takes the bear out, and he puts his own neck through it, and he simulates hanging himself. As Jen said earlier, I don't think he was ever going to hang himself.
No, so he, as we've said, everyone in this fucking movie is suicidal. In some way, shape, or form, unfortunately. And he puts it on, gets like the feel of it, and then he's like, nah, not for me, not worth it, and goes to take it off. We see the lead up of his mom walking up the stairs.
She hears loud music, right?
She's telling him to turn his music down. The next scene before our montage, she opens the door and he just literally slips, and I'm guessing that's how he dies.
Yes. Was he going for an autoerotic asphyxiation?
I think he was just trying to like simulate an experience that he was never going to do.
Like hang himself and jerk off?
Jen, I don't know if you know this. My dream has always
learning.
been, if I was going to be like in some kind of erotic porn, I want to have sex on the ceiling.
Yes, because I remember back in the day when we were
on the ceiling?
When we were talking to Name Redacted about making a porn, you wanted to be on the a ceiling fan and like swinging around on like a zip line into her.
Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, we were close to putting that together.
We talked about it. It was called Office Pussy.
Could you imagine me just fucking swinging around, banging on the ceiling?
All right. So Nathan is dead. But we learned that through a series of like quick jump cuts.
It's never like really specifically told at first. Like Shane said, like, it is known through jump cuts, because after he commits suicide, you see all this weird shit. Like
you see an immediate montage of the mom grabbing the book and all this weird shit happening involving him and her, and then it just like stops with him in bed and she's sitting at the table.
Yeah, and you see like the cryptic shit of like when she pulled like a book out of the crypt.
Yep.
And like all the skeleton shrines in the crypt. So like this is like some weird like shit that's going on. But basically, he wakes up. He has like some kind of weird nightmare or something.
Yes, he does.
In any case, he wakes up. He sees his mom, and he's like really thirsty. And she's like, "Are you okay?" She's like asking him a bunch of weird questions. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm just fucking really thirsty.
Yeah.
I really want."
Some would say he's hella thirsty.
No, he is. He's thirsty, but the only like other thing that I can compare this to was that grass that kind of accepted all of that water that you and that one lady unnamed will be able to provide to fertilize that grass at that wedding.
She watered the garden. What can I say?
There we go, kid.
I'm glad that the story about how you've had your daughter is finally coming out.
That is not... God, no. Go... We'll not go there, but we will go to the next scene of the movie, which is the next day at school, where Nathan tells his friends he drank all of their whiskey, and he says that like Jessica kind of blew Nathan, essentially. Like it's over between him and Jessica.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, this is where he overhears. This guy's such a fucking loser. What's his name again?
Samson? Kenneth.
This guy goes on about like how they went into her house and like they played fucking strip poker and like all this weird shit that
never happened.
It just sounds so unrealistic. Like, okay, so like you're in high school, you like a girl, and like she's like, okay, come over and we'll play some fucking strip poker, baby. Like it just sounds like so unrealistic.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Like it's more realistic to be like, okay, baby, let's hang out and maybe we can have sex on the ceiling.
Honestly, the sex on the ceiling be more realistic than anything Kenneth says in this scene.
Fair.
But we learned that like Nathan's so upset because he goes outside and he talks to Jessica, and he literally is straight up. He's like, "You're a slut,"
and he gets slapped in the face,
which is fair because Jessica is not a slut.
Yeah,
she did nothing wrong.
He had that coming.
He did.
Well, I mean, like he didn't really like let her explain anything. He just
exactly.
Slut, so.
Like, I would. Instead of like going right to the "you're a slut" thing, be like, "Hey, like I saw you and Kenneth. Like, what happened? Like, just like maybe start a conversation."
Here's the thing, like, okay, so like he's taking this guy as like gossip for heart. You know how guys are, and not only that, like, did that really look like a fucking? I mean, he took it as a blowjob, but like, he really didn't get enough context. And if he's a good friends with Jessica, which we know that him, Diggs, and Henry are good friends with Jessica,
Yeah.
does that sound like something that Jessica would really
No, that's
do?
what I thought about too.
Yeah.
I was like, so you're just so heartbroken, you're not even willing to talk to her about it.
Yeah, because like Brian's saying, if you're good friends with someone, if you've known someone this long, like that's so out of character then for that person. Like, would they actually do that? Like,
Yeah, no, I completely agree. So it seemed like a little like weird. I think he was just like super like emotional.
yeah. So then we cut to Nathan going home, and he's actually just eating the entire fridge and still being hungry.
I've watched a lot of Vampire Diaries, and if you're like, obviously this is a zombie movie, but if you're a vampire, you're not satisfied by normal things. It actually makes you sick. But so he's not getting satisfied by like all this stuff he's eating. He needs the taste of human flesh.
This is true. We learned that Nathan can't be burned by a hot iron, and then like he goes to take a shower, and he has this like weird vein in his back. I don't know what you guys want to call it. Like, it's
It's a vein.
Yeah.
It's like
Because his blood isn't flowing anymore.
what's
is
a
the thing.
What's a varicose vein?
it's like
Usually
the things you
it's
get in your legs when
Yeah.
you're like over the age of 50.
'Cause it was like a really pronounced vein in the middle of his back, for sure.
Yeah. No, that I think that it was just like the vein where you start seeing, oh, he doesn't have blood flow anymore, and then they're just filled with blood, but there's no flow, so they start swelling, and that's why you can see them. Varicose veins are what women typically get after they're pregnant. They usually come after pregnancy.
I actually didn't know that. I thought they just
No,
happened to old people that didn't move around much.
no, you get them from like when your body changes and shit like that.
Did
Isn't
you
it
know
fun?
that, Bri?
No, I didn't.
I wouldn't expect you to know that.
Varicose veins, they're not the greatest.
No, well, I mean, no one likes
Would you
varicose
ever?
veins.
Would you ever like suck on a varicose vein?
What?
All right, how hot is the girl?
Hot.
I might.
Shane would do a lot of things for money, Jen. You know this. So.
I do. I do
Whoa, whoa,
know
whoa,
this.
whoa, 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 whoa. We weren't saying money. I was just saying if the girl was hot enough and she's like, yo, suck on my varicose vein, maybe I will.
Okay, I'm gonna go here.
Okay, let's go here.
I apologize. She has a pulsating vein and her pussy. I don't even think a vein would.
Isn't that just like the whole pussy
Yeah,
pulsating?
it
Then?
wouldn't be there, but I'm making it go there. Would you suck on it, Shane? And only that.
That would just imply that he's eating her out.
Because if you remember in a previous episode, I mentioned that Shane literally sucks clit like he siphons gas. So, like, would you actually suck on a veiny pussy?
Is the girl hot?
Smoke show. But she's like, hey, big boy.
Suck on my vein?
She's like, suck on my vein.
Maybe a little.
Jen, aren't you happy that you joined up on this podcast?
I've been contributing lately, so I feel like you're more happy.
This has taken a whole new level since we started this let's drink while recording thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so Nathan can't be burned by the hot iron, which we established. We then cut to Cheryl asking Nathan to the dance. I believe he says no at first. Like, he says, like, he wants to go get some air, right?
Yeah.
Well, we cut to the dance. That's what it is.
Correct.
We're at the dance.
First of all-
She asks him to dance, and he says, I don't want to dance, but let's go get some air. That's what it is.
I don't know if we have Irish listeners, but this is the coolest thing. They don't have a dance. They have an end of term disco. I've never heard of that, and it's literally incredible. It's not a it is a dance, but they call it a disco.
Wait, did you say what did you say?
An end of term disco.
Oh, okay,
That's how they refer to it in the movie, and I think it's incredible. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, who doesn't love disco? Let's bring it back, right?
Yeah, but like, I think the disco is the term for dance. You know, I think they replaced the term dance with disco, and I just like that. We think of disco being dead, but in Ireland in 2005, it's very much alive.
It's so alive that when they go outside, Cheryl like kind of starts kissing him.
Oh no, they suck each other a little bit.
Yeah. They do a little suck, and
There's a lot of tongue exchanging. there.
see. We're going to talk about a very personal issue now for Nathan, where he can't get hard because the blood doesn't flow through his body anymore. So he has what we like to call ED.
If you literally talk,
Mostly because, he's already dead.
yeah, he's already dead, so that blood flow's not gonna be there. But like, if Shane talks any closer to the microphone, I might bust.
You like it when I get nice and close to the mic?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Especially when I talk about erectile dysfunction.
Oh my God.
Thank
Shane.
God that Brian's already said since we talked about climax before this movie.
That's true.
Oh, that is a good one. Cheryl, she leaves and she laughs at Nathan because he can't get a hard dick. Her boyfriend then starts to just like go and beat up Nathan because of this.
He's watching the whole thing because he likes to watch, much like me and Jen with Shane. He likes to watch the whole scene, but then he wants to get aggressive.
A theme that will never go away.
But it's weird because he runs out into the middle of like their field. I guess because they have like a high school field for football or soccer or whatever it is. He follows them out there. Or sorry, not soccer. I should never say that. Football. So he follows them out there, and he proceeds to beat the shit out of him.
Yes, he does.
And the thing is, no longer is Nathan a human being. He's technically dead, and Nathan ain't having it anymore. So he's gonna bite him a little bit.
He kind of bites off a part of his face.
Yeah, he bites.
It's like his face comes off.
Yeah,
Face off.
Yeah, bites off a piece of his face.
Nick Cage.
Not for sure.
John Travolta.
This is a singular moment where, like, okay, because now we know that Nathan is technically, we're getting the feeling he's undead. This is the spread of the infection.
Yes. Another guy goes outside, and zombie Samson attacks him and eats him.
Yeah.
So we got a zombie outbreak, folks.
It's happening in this small town, and I still don't even know where they are, but it's happening.
It's sick. People are just eating people everywhere.
And it's happening fucking fast, dude.
Yeah, honestly, it's happening really fast.
Yeah.
It's happening so fast that a teacher comes outside and notices it happening. He just is like, he's gone. He starts running down the street. This is your favorite character of the movie.
This is so funny because he sees Craig in this state, right? Sorry, he sees Samson in the state. The teacher's name is Craig, and then he goes to Samson.
He says, "I'm taking my teacher cap off, but my listening hat is always on.
Always on for you, buddy." And he's just like,
he's a fucking lion.
He's just a zombie, Shane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what
Then
you're going for.
Samson turns around and spits a finger at him.
Yeah,
That does happen.
and he literally, like you said, he jets. He just runs like down.
Except, like, the zombies are faster.
Yeah.
Well, he does get to a old woman's home, and he starts like ringing the doorbell really fast. But she never answers because she's so goddamn old.
He's like, I'm getting my walker.
Yeah, and if there's one thing I know about like people that have been on this podcast, Mike G hates old people.
He does.
He actually has told me he hates old people.
He might be an ageist.
No, he's definitely an ageist. I've called him that.
She's like, I'm coming. I was watching Lifetime and Bravo.
She's like, the Gilmore Girls are on.
I'm getting there. Hold on, sonny boy. Jimmy, is that you? And he opens the door and there's nothing there.
Yeah, she opens the door and he's tackled instantly.
Yeah. He's just like fucking destroyed. Is it Samson that comes and tackles? Yeah.
Yes.
It's just great.
And now Craig is just getting devoured.
Yes. So now Jessica shows up to Nathan's house, but Nathan says it's too late and tells her she needs to go. Basically, he knows he is now and that she just has to be nowhere near him.
This is fucking crazy, first of all. So, like, all right, you're a guy. You're a high school boy. Your testosterone's running through the roof. I know he's got bodily changes. If a girl shows up at your window,
A girl that you like.
dude, there's no way you're not letting her in. There's literally no way.
He kind of cued that he wasn't going to let her in when he realized his dick didn't work.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, so he can't fuck. I know he's scared because he might, like, he's afraid he's going to do something that, like, he doesn't want to do to her. But I feel like he could have communicated to her. But I guess in the context of the movie, it's the only way they could have approached this part.
because, like, really think about it. He likes this girl, and his dick doesn't work. And right now, he can only eat her in the wrong way. So, like, what's the point of even letting her in at that point?
I mean, they're going to talk through the glass. You know, I'm looking at you through the glass. Don't know how much time has passed.
Stone Sour? Is that...
I'm bringing them all out tonight.
Yeah, this is fucking fire. He declines her, and I believe this is when the mom tells Nathan that she performed a ritual on him because he hung himself because she opened the door.
Yeah.
She's like, this is all my fault.
Yep.
She also missed one step. Actually, no, that part of the book was torn out.
Yeah.
But if she literally, like, so I don't even think she would have known that step. Because she found it by accident, which makes no sense. Like, there has to be consequences for that step as well if it's torn out of the book. Because wouldn't that have just solved everyone's, like, problems?
You don't know the mother's background. I literally, all I knew, like, from the beginning of the movie, because she's, like, in that church, that she's doing, like, some scaffolding work. but like she seems to have like this background in like archaeology or like architecture, anthropology. I don't know what, but she's got like a historian background. So she literally takes his book and like actually conducted a ritual when he died. So she has to have some kind of weird like occult background that just like, all right, now we know, and that she springs on him at this moment. But like you said, because there's a ripped out page, she missed the step.
Yeah, arguably the most important step that possibly could have just like saved anyone that used this book, but because like there's also more pages after that, we have to think there's general consequences.
For sure. So like in the beginning of the movie, you see him hang himself, and it's cut to him waking up from like a nightmare. Thing is, like during that, what's not shown is that he actually did die. He committed suicide, correct, and his mother resurrected him with this reanimation spell in the book, or ritual, however you want to refer to it.
Ritual.
I believe this is also when, like, the mother kind of, like, describes to him all the symptoms that he has, right? Like,
yeah,
she says, like, you have no heartbeat, you have no blood flow, and you need to eat human flesh to survive. Like, she describes all this to him in this scene.
That makes sense, because, like, in anything, like, typical, like, vampires / zombie / all this lore, like, you're not going to be satisfied by eating normal things. That's why he's always mentioning he's thirsty, he's hungry, because he actually needs to, like, feed on, like, human flesh, like Shane.
I've never eaten human flesh, for the record.
You desire it, though.
I actually don't desire eating human flesh.
No, but you got 2 different shaped nipples.
This is accurate.
I mean, yeah, I can't deny that part. But, okay, we'll just move on from that statement.
Careful, you're going to make Brian climax.
Yeah, the closer you get to the microphone, the more I'm about to bust.
Well, you know, we did review Climax 2 episodes ago, and I don't even remember if you climaxed during that episode.
Shane, I'm going to need you to stop licking the mic.
Shane is literally sucking the microphone like he slucks.
I'll be honest, I did lick the mic during that moment.
Literally, you're sucking on the mic like you suck on sauce.
This is what happens when you drink
Shane.
2 bottles of Prosecco with Brian.
Shane, please, COVID.
Okay. So, okay. So, Nathan now goes back to the scene of the crime the next day. Scene of the crime, I mean, where he bit Samson's face. And he actually finds a dead girl in the trees.
Dead girl in the trees. So, like, this is like your initial, like, okay, well, not only did I give this to Samson, there's a blood flow here. This seems to be a trail of like dead bodies, and I might be the cause of it.
Yeah. So he goes to the police and he's like, yeah, I bit someone, and they just start murdering everyone. And the police are like, ha, good joke.
I love police in horror movies. They're the most unhelpful people in general. I'm thinking Black Christmas. I'm thinking they literally don't do fucking shit to help people out.
Yeah, I like that they got it really accurate. Like, this is how you can tell it was filmed in another country, because in Ireland, the police are called the Garda.
Oh, yeah.
Are they?
I noticed that. Garda.
Yeah, like instead of the establishment saying police, it says Garda.
I didn't know that, or honestly notice that at all in the movie. But, Jen, we'll go to your favorite scene in the movie now, because Cheryl and her friend Glenda are going downstairs into a bar where they're going to meet Jessica's dad.
Which I'm pretty sure they don't know it's her dad.
No, they don't, but we know it's her dad.
Oh my God.
Which makes this scene super creepy.
It's also, of course, because it's super creepy, it's my favorite scene in the movie, obviously.
I mean, the girls aren't not smart about it. They're like, if you're going to sit here and talk to us, you might as well buy us a drink.
Oh, dude, they're playing this the way they should be playing it.
Oh, I love how they play this.
They know in their mind they're not going to do anything with this guy, but this guy's like super creepy, almost like he has his hands like over them, like, you know, the old hand
he's nearly close enough that he could be touching her.
Yeah, and he's like trying to like flirt and like make it happen.
It's like, back in my day, I was your type, and she was like, sure, buddy.
Yeah, sure, buddy. Buy us a drink, and he goes, okay, what do you guys want? They tell him what they want. So he goes to get him, and
it's perfect because they're in a public space, so it's like, get the free drink. He's not doing anything. There's like 100 people there.
I just want to know how the zombie got behind the bar, or who bit the bartender.
Yeah,
that's actually a very good point.
Yeah, I mean, the idea is obviously that it's trying to spread fast, but you're right. Like, we don't see that direct connection to like.
It's just funny to me because they're just trying to show how fast it's spreading and that it's now in public places. So you think it's probably someone in like the back area.
Do you know what's weird? Like how you watch a movie and you think of like a movie that this reminds you of. Do you know what this? Even though this came out before it, do you know what movie this reminded me of and the way this spread?
What?
Planet Terror.
Yes, that actually makes a lot of sense.
I don't remember that movie, if I'm being honest.
That's a fun movie that we should definitely review for the podcast.
Yeah,
at some point.
But there's no, because it spreads like insanely fast.
Yeah,
but like. You're right, exactly. Like the idea is that it spreads really fast. We don't know how it connects, but the idea is just like
It's connecting.
We're not supposed to know it's supposed to connect. So the second like he leaves them to make the order, he walks over to the bar where the second he puts in the order the bartender, he knows the bartender because he's grabbed by the bartender and literally eaten alive.
It's very satisfying, actually.
It is. It's a great scene.
Considering we all hate him, it's very satisfying.
Well, we can't say we all hate him.
No, but we collectively agree he's trash.
No, like he's a dirtbag, but like he's just unrealistically funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we will cut to Nathan's two friends, Diggs and
Henry,
and they go to a video store, and the video store clerk is nowhere to be seen. And then they look over the counter, and they see that he has been eaten as well.
Yeah, I want to get some context here. Do they know the people at this video store? Because they mentioned
It seemed like they did. It seemed like they did.
It seemed like a father and son, and they were kind of questioning like why like this would happen because they don't know really too much about the outbreak yet.
Yeah.
But like I know they're in the back of the video store at this point, and this is when they see the DJ at their freaking former party, just like going with a bunch of people and looking obviously like a raving lunatic. Obviously, he's a zombie at this point.
Yes.
Yeah, covered in blood.
Covered in blood. It's actually kind of crazy.
Then we cut to Jen's favorite scene in the movie, which is Kenneth getting a blowjob from the same girl from earlier, except this blowjob ends a little differently. If you would like to tell us about it, Jen.
Yeah, so he's getting a blowjob and he's like feeling it, like all the goods of getting a blowjob. And then suddenly you hear just like a tear or a crack mix sound, and he's like, "Wait, did I come? Did you stop? I don't think I like that." And he looks down and she's completely bit his dick off.
Yeah. Again, I know what you thought. I thought the same thing.
Are you thinking of I Spit on Your Grave?
100%. Because it's weird because in that movie, like the whole thing is like the guy got his dick cut off and he's like enjoying the satisfaction of like being with the girl. And like he realizes like 20 seconds later that his dick is gone. And he's just like, ah. Same thing here.
Like she had to have been gnawing on it that whole time.
Yeah. And he's so like aroused. The pleasure of getting aroused overcame the fact that his dick is gone for like a few seconds.
Which is what makes me think this might be a real thing. Because I've seen it in multiple movies where the blowjob is so good, you don't realize your dick is missing.
Some people like teeth.
Yeah.
After the blowjob, I believe we go to the church where we're in the confessional stand and we see the priest eat a guy who's giving confession.
This guy's like, I haven't given confession in 2 weeks, Father. I have sinned. And he's like, immediately after he does this, he literally gets eaten alive.
Do you remember what his sin was?
Something about being in the girls'
in the girls' bathroom.
What the fuck is he doing in the girls' bathroom?
He hid in the girls' bathroom. It's probably a kink for him. He hid in the girls' bathroom during the disco.
Yeah, so like I noticed that one thing about this character, he's the nerd like in the back of the classroom that you see like early on. So like, okay, this guy obviously he's the stereotypical nerd. Probably doesn't talk to a lot of girls, so he's obviously hid there. So like that was the confession. But the thing is, like, whoever was in the confession booth ate him alive. Whether it was the pastor, whoever was in there, he's dead now. Unfortunately, bloody scene.
It is. It's a good scene. Like this movie has very good kills.
Great kills. Comedy horrors have great fucking kills.
Yeah, because like I think you just said the eyeball like pops out.
First thing that pops out is the eyeball, and then just like blood
great.
everywhere.
Transitioning back to the two friends, Diggs and Henry, and they're hiding in an alleyway. A bunch of bodies, I believe, run by them when blood starts to drip on one of them, and they look up and they see a zombie above them.
Well, no, it's just a dead guy right now.
Oh, is it just a dead guy?
I think he's not a zombie yet. I think it's just a dead guy.
I
Like,
start sucking on this wine bottle
Shit,
for the pot?
Suck on that. Maybe I should video
deeper.
this.
No. God, no.
Deeper.
Okay, that's me.
Okay, we're good.
Damn it, Shane. Do it again.
No, I'm good. I did it.
No,
We're not a visual podcast, so it's okay.
That's why we do a bunch of visuals.
This is a good point. Okay, speaking of visuals, they run. We just keep cutting at this point because now we cut to a police station. A girl is eaten by zombies in the police station. Then we cut back to the guys. The guys are hiding in their car, and they say they need to get to Nathan and Jessica. They realize they have to save their two friends.
Yeah, because like I said, they're close friends. And that's why this is so weird, is because the four of them, I don't know if they're more friends than that, but they seem like they're very close. And Jessica seems like this like country girl, right? Like this Irish country girl, which is weird because her father seems like this boaty, uptight, really rich guy.
He seems like what are those fucking called? Clubhouse type guys?
Country
Country club.
Country
Yeah.
club.
I feel like it doesn't fit, but I feel like it's probably like more of like a foster dad or like.
No, because her mom. They should have like a picture of her mom next to her bed, and she was black.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because her dad's like kind of like a dick, even though I think he's funny.
I get what you're saying, country girl, because the next scene she's like with a horse and shit.
Yeah.
But I think she just has like the rich girl aesthetic. Like she comes from a rich family who owns horses in Ireland.
She also was like wears flannel. I know it's a stereotype.
Well, that was just because she was with the horse. And I will say that after the scene when like they call her and they're like, there's a bunch of people heading towards her house and telling her to go like lock herself up. After she goes in the house and we go through the scene of like her being attacked a bunch. The following scene that we see her. She had time to change her clothes.
Yeah.
She
wore that all black outfit, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I saw that.
Yep.
I'm like, wow, she changed her clothes real fast.
Yeah, it was like, do you really had enough time to change your clothes? And it also, for some reason, we're not very descriptive about these zombies in particular, but one zombie, she shoves something like a golf club or something in his mouth, breaks all his teeth, and then the other zombie, she stabs him with the scissors. And I thought that was really interesting because the zombie where she took his teeth out, he's like feeling inside as if like he kind of felt that his teeth fell out. And the other one, I don't know if he just can't remove his hand or if he felt his hand being stabbed, because I think he shrieked, which is interesting that these zombies in particular still have some feeling.
So that's what I've noticed about these zombies too, because this was the next scene anyway, so this is where we are. The zombies almost are like, I guess sentient would be the word. Like they still understand who they were and that they're zombies.
They're somewhat intelligent. I was trying to think too, and
I guess I didn't get that as much as they still had some feeling.
I think I know the answer to this, but like he set off the outbreak, and Nathan to all of this, right? But he still himself is not a fully conformed zombie. Is that because you don't think he submitted to eating? That's
what it seems like.
Yeah. Seems like the reanimation technically works as like a spread. I think everyone just naturally turns into zombies. But for him himself, it seems like the person who is reanimated, unless they succumb, or like maybe there's a specific amount of time that they can resist until like literally their whole body stops. But which seems to be his case. For the most part, he still has his will.
His mother mentioned the background a little bit. It was like missionaries were eventually these zombies that were resurrected.
Yeah, they were like a very high up missionary that passed away. They would use this to reanimate them.
Gotcha, yeah.
But then they had the issue where people were, where they started to obviously eat people. And then it seems like someone figured it out and left them all in the back of that church in this particular area. And then the snake bit them, and I guess they died there because they were unholy. But I find that so interesting because, like, there's still more pages, like we said earlier, after the snake.
Yeah.
So they aren't normal humans even after they're bitten.
Nope.
Maybe, like, the priest and everyone else could be, but I still feel like in a sense that they also died. But I don't know. It's really weird. Yeah. We also don't know what the ritual entailed.
Yeah, it's all kind of like
glossed over.
It's like up for debate of what exactly
definitely
it is.
Up for interpretation for sure.
So, but what isn't up for interpretation is that they go and they get Nathan, and then they tell Nathan what they've seen, what's going on. They decide they all need to get Jessica. They have a discussion of how blood doesn't circulate to his penis. And then they ram a zombie into a sign and crash the car.
I love that there's still people out doing whatever during this time because there's a boy playing soccer watching that.
Yeah. Dude, he's watching soccer and he's just like trying to like close his eyes. But like, also like
puts the soccer ball in front of his eyes.
Yeah, like he's trying to like block the vision of what's happening in front of him. But yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. So funny when the teacher fucking just on the fucking moped.
She's like, "Help me, Mrs. Blah blah blah," and then what she yell at her? Up yours or some shit.
Yeah,
she throws her the finger.
Yeah, so funny. That old lady is pretty funny.
She really is.
Like her in her little fight with fucking Cheryl. Cheryl's the future. The future. I forgot her name, but the future teacher, future old bag.
Yeah, I don't.
Mrs.
The old
Oldbag.
teacher, Mrs. Oldbag. Okay. After they hit the sign, we cut back to Jessica, and she's once again fighting off zombies. Jen says she fights them off with a golf club, some kicks, maybe a pair of scissors, and then we cut back to the mom, and the mom goes back to the church, and she goes back into the catacombs to get the book. She is attacked by the pastor. But she sees that a snake is in there, and the snake bites the pastor. And then once the snake bites the pastor, he is turned back to a normal human.
He's like, "What happened?" He's like,
and he has no recollection of being a zombie.
And all those weird veins in his face are gone.
Yep.
So he's back to normal. So the snake bite. It's weird, man, because like I'm thinking like 'cause obviously we're like I have a religious background, so like the snake has always been a symbol of like the devil, right?
Yeah.
So it's like the symbol of something bad, but it's like I feel like the snake is like almost like sucking out the zombie shit that's in
it's
them.
very like opposite of what you would normally think.
kinda-
You would think the snake would put the zombie into them instead of sucking it out.
I kind of like it though. It's different.
Yeah, it's clever. From this, we cut to Cheryl and her friend Glenda hiding in a graveyard where I now finally have written her name. Blowjob Girl is named Charlotte,
Here we go.
and Charlotte grabs and kills Glenda in the cemetery.
But you
Yes,
gotta
she
admit,
does.
she gives the best blowjobs.
Apparently, she gives very toothy ones.
You're not wrong.
Very toothy blowjobs.
Just wait until we get to the movie Teeth. Not that has to do with blowjobs, more with vaginas with teeth in it.
Is there even a blowjob in that movie?
No, I think it's all sex with.
I've never seen it.
I saw it once in high school, and from what I remember, teeth is just vaginas biting off dick.
Okay.
All right.
I'll take it.
So we cut now to Cheryl. She stabs a zombie in the eye with her heel. This is actually the scene where she meets the old lady, flips her off. The lady crashes, gets eaten by zombies, and Cheryl steals her bike.
Yeah, so this is what we were talking about earlier. Super funny. But you're riding this thing.
I can't answer that question.
Oh my god, it's so.
She's on her way out, but apparently not far enough because she can't see where she's going.
Yeah, she gets mauled. It's kind of sad. She's kind of funny.
She is. So this is when, like, kind of everyone meets up.
Shane, I think you're forgetting about some other people who are meeting up. Well, maybe not people. I'm talking about the Yetis. We do know that once every year, the 5 leaders of the Himalayas, the Yeti elders, come together and crunch numbers on their brand new line of tequila. The tequila that we call Yeti Squeeze. Nobody really knows what happens in the Himalayas. People think it's a mountain for people to climb. But what has really been going on in the Himalayas is that Yetis have been preparing their tequila in caves. Where does this Yeti tequila come from? I mean, it's called Yeti Squeeze for a reason. That's right, the tequila is squeezed from the nipples of Yetis. The elders have been procuring this smooth tequila for the last few years, but they have grown so old that they can only have a board meeting once a year to discuss the marketing initiatives for Yeti Squeeze. Just as Demi Lovato has once again made headlines, the Yetis have decided to get together and discuss how to improve their tequila, and they came up with the perfect solution. Demi has been dancing with the devil, and the Yeti elders have been squeezing Yeti tits, but with a new and improved ingredient to set Yeti Squeeze up for a ginormous second quarter. Sherpas have been going missing, and now we know why. Their climbers have died, but it's not because the mountain has gotten any steeper. Sherpas have been mischievous, playing the aloof mountainous tour guide, leading their climbers right into the midst of the Yetis who have been harvesting blood to add to the Yeti Squeeze. Sherpas have also been providing voluntary blood for a little extra foreign zing to the American consumer. Yeti Squeeze is really starting to hit its stride in 2021. Please ensure to pick up a bottle of Yeti Squeeze. It's smooth, it's got great flavor, and now human blood. Pick up a bottle of Yeti Squeeze for the low price of $17,000 per bottle. And just know this is coming from Yeti tits and human blood, whether voluntary or against one's will. Using the promo code Just Wait Until the Yeti Takeover, you can get 2 bottles for the price of 1. How does it feel to be stealing from a Yeti? I don't know, but I tell you what, tequila never tasted so Himalayan. Back to this Irish shit.
Nathan and Jessica kind of like talk to each other as Cheryl and Diggs and Henry all hide in this like small closet.
Yeah, this is kind of like the culmination point where like they're kind of gathered together and they're trying to fight this thing off.
Yeah, and by fight this off, we mean the 4 of them, Henry, Diggs, Cheryl, and Nathan, all go outside into a giant circle while the zombies circle around them. And Jessica, who has apparently been moonlighting as a construction worker at night, handles this fucking... What are they called?
A forklift.
Forklift? Dude. And she just murders
everything
in sight.
She literally destroys, she kills countless zombies, because she's like you said, like the forklift operator expert, dude. Number one, where was the forklift? Number two, like, how does she get the keys to the forklift? She operates it to absolute perfection. Literally has no problem killing all the zombies around here. I'm drunk, but to be honest with you, I don't understand how she's able to literally slaughter all of these zombies.
It's a great scene.
It is great.
Oh, it's awesome.
Great.
It's awesome.
But the way she operates it, 'cause she like pulls it in reverse, like she backs it up, kills everybody.
Well,
like it's awesome.
I'm saying this, like, since like the forklift had to be on her property since it's her house, but her dad doesn't seem like a forklift operator.
She doesn't work in a fucking factory. She lives on like a farm. I don't get it. Like, where's the tractor? Like, why a forklift? I feel like it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. I can't explain it.
It's a cool scene though.
It is. I love it. This is also, we'll just throw it out there, very bloody scene. There's like blood and guts everywhere because she's actually just like tearing these zombies into pieces here.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a bloody scene. This is actually, from this point on in the movie, it gets considerably bloody.
It really
Yeah,
does.
and graphic.
Yeah, graphic, organ spray. Pretty much what we're looking for.
So from here, they all run into a barn. They're hiding in the barn. I fucking really laughed at the scene because Cheryl gets grabbed through the barn and they easily could have helped her, but they're like,
Yes.
yeah, fuck it, let's just go.
Dude,
Fuck that one.
Dude,
she'll keep it busy.
All right, so first of all, I'm thinking of like in the the element of something like Cabin in the Woods, where like you'd think like the character of Cheryl is considered the, like, I don't want to say horror, but horror.
No, let's be honest, she's the horror
So
of
like
the movie. It's what the movie's going for.
They die relatively early. She's
Yeah.
made it pretty late.
Yeah.
Literally, Jessica and Nate come in after she's destroyed everything, and like they saw her do it for the most part while they were running away, and she's like, pretty good for a virgin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she does say that to critique Jessica, yeah.
Like, first off, how do you know she's a virgin?
Yeah.
Excuse you.
Literally 45 seconds later, she's getting mauled on. Like, literally, she's getting destroyed. It's pretty funny, but like they come out of nowhere. Nobody decides to help her. They couldn't give a fuck about Cheryl. They literally just move on and just try to escape them. As like, I think it's
like,
two of the guys.
It's like, hey, your boyfriend's here.
Yeah,
Go have fun.
she's dead.
That she is. So
She turns quickly.
She really does. She does. That's the thing, though, with zombie movies. I feel like the point of turning into a zombie always is, like, very movie-based, like, in terms of how long it takes.
Yeah.
Like, the movie's like, you're going to turn faster, you're going to take a little slower. It's very
I feel like
up in the air.
I feel like it got quicker as more people got bitten and time went on.
Yeah. You're right. From here, they climb up the ladder, and they're hiding up at the top of the barn. But Nathan's mom drives into the barn, and she throws Nathan a snake, saying, "Let it bite you. It'll cure this curse."
Yeah. So like she throws the snake up there, and then like this is where Nathan looks like kind of like, okay, it's getting to the point where like it's been enough time, even though he's not really fed, where he's starting to really turn. And I think the idea and the present idea is like they want to burn the barn, but also he wants to save his mom. So if I'm not mistaken, he does like this thing where like he tries to save his mom. He tells her to go out of the car. She leaves the car, and he tries to like prevent like everybody from killing her. Unfortunately, we don't really see what happens to the mom.
Yeah, this is the last time we see the mom.
Yeah, we don't know what happened. We don't know if she survives or dies. She just gets out of the car.
Which seems like she's a very important character, so I feel like we should have had a little bit of resolution.
Little bit.
Agreed.
Just
I
a little
definitely-
bit.
I definitely agree with that.
That was one thing that I noticed about this movie I didn't notice my first two viewings, is that there's not a lot of resolution in this movie.
No, but in any case, like basically the idea is they're kind of getting overwhelmed in the barn. They want to burn the barn down. So Nathan looks fucking possessed when he's back up there with the rest of the folks, and they're like, they have like this like hay on fire, and they hand it to Nathan. Nathan basically takes it. Jessica's pleading with him. She's like, Nathan, please. She's like, you're not a zombie. Like, come on, fight with us, fight through it. So he's like making this all happen in his head. And what happens? He takes it. I don't know what the fuck happens, but he ends up getting torn down by them into where they are on the bottom level, and everything just ignites.
So do they pull his foot, or does he just
I think
they
someone
pull his
pulls
foot.
him.
yeah, like he was right, like they were right there and he just pulls them by accident.
Which is also where he like rips off Samson's head in this scene.
Dude, so like that's the thing about zombie movies that's really cool. You know something about once you're dead, your skin becomes basically rubber.
Yeah.
And elastic, you just pull off. In every movie, including Planet Terror.
That was a pretty great kill.
Yeah, so he just like rips off Samson. It's satisfying because of like the bullying thing, but like he literally just takes his head and just rips it off.
They're brutal in this movie.
That is a fact. So he like fights off everyone, saves his mom, maybe. Then He does, though, at this point, get bit by the snake. And as they're all fighting, he knocks them off into the fire pit. But Nathan also falls into the fire pit, we see.
He
at
does.
This point.
He look, you ever like pencil into a pool?
Yes.
He pencils into the fire pit.
My one aunt used to have a diving board, and I would dive off and pencil.
You would be a good penciler.
I was a great penciler.
I didn't know how to swim. I actually still to this day do not know how to officially swim. Yeah.
He used to use nose plugs. Probably still does.
Yeah, I don't know how to like really handle that.
I know how to swim. I'm not great with like long term with like breathing out my nose in general, but I could save my life doing it.
Nice. So like I love the ocean. We've been in the ocean together. You know,
Yeah,
I'd go in the ocean.
Of course.
But like if I'm in a pool that's like above ground, I literally have to like kind of struggle to stay afloat. It's kind of embarrassing.
It's okay. We don't need to talk about that. What we can talk about is how the friends all leave the barn because they think Nathan is dead. But we then see that Nathan didn't fall into the fire pit. He is indeed kind of hanging on by his shirt onto the top of the barn, and he pulls himself up. So he is alive.
No comment. They're like yelling for him. They think he's burning on fire. Yeah. He's literally just hanging over there, just hanging by his shirt.
I don't know.
Maybe the fumes made him go unconscious.
Yeah, like it passed out.
A comedy horror, so I'll just let it slide for this little thing.
His neck maybe had some damage from his previous hanging.
It's possible. What I will say, though, is Jessica and Henry and Diggs are leaving the house when a motorcycle rides up to them, and the motorcycle is ridden by Nathan. Nathan and Jessica then share a very, very passionate kiss as the two friends look on and the movie ends.
Are you giving this a passion bump?
Fuck yeah.
Passion bump. Passion bump. Passion bump. My G.
Yeah, no, I'd agree. Passion bump for sure. It's sweet. It's been kind of like the lead up.
Yep.
He's like, I have one question to ask you, Jessica. And she's like, don't even ask it. Yes. So, pretty much it. It's a cute story.
Yeah, and that's where we wrap up.
Yeah.
That's the movie.
And that is Boy Eats Girl. Good movie. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, it was definitely an entertaining movie for sure. I know Jen was the one who recommended it. It was a good recommendation.
Definitely.
I loved it. Generally, like I was definitely a little unsatisfied seeing how it wrapped up, but that didn't hurt the enjoyment of the general movie for me.
No.
Like, for the most part, I felt like they did, like, other than, like, missing, the mom and how they're going to probably go about this new world where they are in Ireland. The movie itself was pretty good, and a lot of things came back to play, like you said, like, comedy-wise, so I thought it did. Other than that, literally the very ending, I thought they did a good job.
Like, how Jessica murdered the entire graduating class.
And her dad's dead, and she doesn't know.
Yeah. All right, so let's go into reviews. I am actually going to give this movie a 6 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good horror comedy movie. I thought Diggs and Henry were very funny. They were definitely my favorite, like, comedy aspect of the movie. I thought all of their scenes were very good. The kills, the blood was, like you said, horror comedy always does gore very well.
Always, yeah.
And
I think it's because they feel like they're gonna be telling like pretty raunchy in general jokes that they're like, oh, might as well.
Yeah, and it just goes over the top with limbs and blood flying everywhere. It's very, it's fun to watch. I enjoyed it. Like I said, it's not like great. Like I can't put it on the level of like Shaun of the Dead or Tucker and Dale or things like that.
No,
or like even Freaky.
Tucker and Dale's so good.
No, because
It really
the
is.
thing is, like, those movies are special. Like, they have like such a different concept that's never been done before, blending together ideas that I've never seen before. Like, that's why those are like just like special in a special class.
Yes. Which, with that said, I enjoyed this movie. I can't say I overly enjoyed it, which is why I think a 6 out of 10 is a very fair rating for this movie.
I'm with you. I'm giving it like, we don't give decimal points, so this would be like a high 6 for me.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it thoroughly too. Like Jen said, like the only drawbacks are like there's really no conclusion. Like at the end of the movie, Nathan kind of like rides. It's pretty epic. He gets to kiss with the girl. Everything ends nicely. But like it seems like he doesn't fucking care about his mom. His mom just potentially perished. We have no idea. But like very funny, very clever. I like the idea of these zombies. I mean, yeah, sure, there's some cliche things, and I'm assuming that things that are unexplained. I do like some of these concepts of like the snake being the one that kind of like extracts the ritual and breaks the ritual as something that's usually a symbol of evil. There's some cool concepts here, some originality, which is why I liked it. It's definitely an enjoyable movie that I definitely recommended, and I'm very happy Jen brought it to the table. So
Agreed.
I'm thinking like high 6 out of 10.
I was originally going to give this movie an 8, but I think I'm actually going to give it a 7. Most of the things that were not mentioned, like the rest of the ritual and kind of things we don't understand about it, because I do think the snake is supposed to symbolize some evil, which is why it's down there, because the snake typically symbolizes Satan. So maybe like that kind of seals the deal with like the reanimation, like you're never going to be able to go to heaven or something. But we don't really know that. And honestly, that part I didn't mind. I kind of thought it was kind of a letdown about the whole, where's the mom? What are you going to do now? Why didn't you take the fucking snake with you? Because you could probably use that on everyone else. But that didn't take away from how enjoyable the overall movie was. So I'm going to stick with a high 7 out of 10, and I will watch again because I bought it on my laptop.
Hey, nice.
Nice.
All right.
Very nice.
Gentlemen, we don't really have a shortage of bodies,
No, we do not.
No.
but not all of them are significant. And technically, anyone, if you choose that is a zombie, is technically dead. So you can technically choose any zombie. So I'm really excited to hear your nominations. We cannot choose the priest. He was bit by the snake. He came back to life.
Jessica's dad.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say the same thing. I was kind of hoping like Cheryl was killed in like a more worse way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she should have been the one that was like chopped up by the forklift.
100%.
You know, like all the zombies were just like shredded by the forklift. She should have been chopped up by the forklift. You know what I was
True.
thinking? Like, what if
Or
Jessica?
Samson.
Yeah, like what if Jessica didn't know how to use the forklift properly and just like accidentally shredded the very unzombied Cheryl?
Cheryl, that would have been actually crazy.
That would have been great if Cheryl didn't run away as fast as she did.
I know me and Brian we both said Jessica's dad, but Jen, you can still throw out your opinion.
That's a really good nomination. I honestly, the first one that came to my head, because he's not my favorite character or anything, I was actually going to go with Samson because his death was really fucking cool.
It really was.
Yeah.
The head getting ripped off.
Yeah.
Honorable mention.
Yeah. Okay. So what's Jessica's dad's name?
I don't know.
I don't know. I just have him as Jessica's dad
Yep.
throughout all my notes.
Let me go back and see because it does mention
Do you know what it was? It was like the whole build up to his death. Like he was like, I'm gonna hook up with these high school girls,
Yeah,
and then
wild.
he like, gets a drink. He just gets fucking doesn't even get to order the drink.
Oh, that's an interesting last name. It was Brian Murray, right?
I actually have no idea.
I have no idea.
I'm
either.
pretty sure his name is Mr. Frears.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
Works for me.
And we're gonna give Samson an honorable mention.
Yep.
Okay.
Shaney boy, have you prepared the eulogy for Mr. Frears?
Of course I have. So, Mr. Frears, or as I'm going to refer to you as Jessica's dad, you were a very overbearing parent. You were very strict with your daughter. You didn't want her to see Nathan, even though Nathan seemed like a pretty nice guy despite the suicidal tendencies. But see, that's the thing about you. You come off as this very loving, protective father, but you go around to bars and you sleep with her classmates. And that's just kind of sick, but it's the kind of sick that Brian likes.
That's a fucking fact.
And because of that, we're putting you in our Necronomicon. And Samson, oh Samson, you are getting an honorable mention because your head was literally pulled off by a human, which I don't think is physically possible. So you're both
He was
in
a
the
zombie.
Necronomicon. That's a good point. He was a zombie. Do zombies have super strength? I don't think they do.
I mean, they did mention, like, when Diggs was asking Nathan what is different about him, or like what the other friend too. What's the other friend's name?
Henry.
Henry. When Henry and Diggs was asking Nathan what's different about him, Nathan was like, I have super strength. I'm stronger than ever. I'm super fast, and I just don't feel any pain. And Diggs is like, can you fly? And he was like, no, I can't fucking fly.
Yeah.
I think it was still a zombie at that point.
Okay.
Which makes more sense.
Yeah, it does. It definitely does.
Mr. Frears, you're going to have to carry Samson's head in there. That's going to be your only comfort as you meet the djinn and possibly the leprechaun. I feel like the leprechaun will love him.
The
Probably.
pogo stick is also definitely in there.
Poker stick up his ass.
Oh my god.
1,000%.
So, with all that said, that is our review of Boy Eats Girl. And as I have mentioned earlier in this episode, next week, we are reviewing House of 1,000 Corpses.
Hey, our first Rob Zombie movie. Is this his first movie?
I actually think it is.
Dude, I'm so excited. This has been like a long time coming.
Better than Lords of Salem.
I think for a fact this has been a request of ours for a long time, so happy we're finally able to do something from Rob Zombie.
We have a lot of requests, to be fair.
That's fair.
There's a lot of movies in this genre.
About time we fucking honor him, too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. Our schedule, we got it. We got a lot coming up that we are really, really looking forward to doing. So next is House of 1,000 Corpses. So without further ado, I will say we are the final podcast signing off, and we will see you next week at Dwight Schrute's sales call. So if you haven't already, please follow us on Facebook and Twitter at The Final Pod Ever. Follow us on Instagram at The Final Podcast. And if you haven't, please give us a 5-star rating on Apple. It really, really helps Apple, push out our content and recommend us to other people to listen to.
Nice, dude.
Thank you. That's an Office joke for anyone who doesn't know.
Yeah.